Now children, let's come to our topic, which was properties of triangle. Even going before to properties of triangle, let us know what is a triangle. A triangle is a figure. Now in mathematics, to any figure which is having sides and angles, that figure is known as polygon. So what is polygon? A polygon is a figure which has a figure or any shape, you can say, which have sides and angles. Sides and angles. So once again, what is polygon? A polygon is a figure which have sides and angles. Right? Now in triangle, we see that a triangle has three sides. So a figure which have three sides and three angles, here you can see these are the three segments over here. Suppose if I give name A, B, C. So this is AB is one side, BC is the other side, AC is the third side of it. So this is known as, I can give the name 1, 2, 3. So how many sides a triangle has? A figure which have three sides, right? Now how many angles are there? Here you can observe these two segments make one angle, these two segments make one angle, and again this. So that means three sides and three angles are formed by these segments. So figure which have three sides and three angles, that is known as triangle. So you can say this is a polygon which has three sides and three angles, that is triangle. Now the sides you can name that I'll explain you later on. Let me explain all the polygons. Now the figure which has four sides and four angles, see this figure, this is known as rectangle. Now rectangle is a figure which has four sides and four angles. And as you know, you have already learned in your lower grades that opposite sides of a rectangle are congruent and all the angles are right angle. So figure which have four sides and four angles are known as quadrilateral. So in this quadrilateral, rectangle is also a quadrilateral, square is also a quadrilateral. Why? Because square is also having four sides and four angles. So square is also included in this polygon, which is quadrilateral. This kite is also known as a kite or rhombus. You can say rhombus and kite are two different figures. This is rhombus. Rhombus, like square, it has all the sides equal. Here also you can observe that there are four sides and four angles. So this figure is also known as a quadrilateral. It is included in this. So a polygon, here it is a polygon because it's a figure. It has four sides. It has four angles. So this is also known as a quadrilateral. Again here you can see this is parallelogram. This side is parallel to this. This side is parallel to this. So a parallelogram is also known as a quadrilateral. Right? Now this, the last one, this is known as trapezium because you can see the figure, it has two parallel sides and two non-parallel sides. So a figure which have four sides, here also it is having four sides, first, second, third and fourth. These two lines are parallel to each other, these two segments. This is known as a trapezium. So this is also a quadrilateral as it has four sides and four angles. Here also you can see there are four angles, and in this figure also there are four angles. So all these figures, rectangle, square, rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium, even kite, now all these are quadrilateral. And now this quadrilateral is a polygon which has four sides and four angles. Now a figure which have five sides and five angles, that is known as a pentagon. So here you can observe this is first, this is second, this is third, fourth and fifth. So, and there are angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a figure which have 5 sides, a figure or a polygon, you can say, or a polygon which have 5 sides and 5 sides and 5 angles. 5 angles are known as pentagon. Right? Same way, a figure which has 6 sides and 6 angles is known as hexagon. Now here this is a figure or polygon, you can say. It is having 6 sides. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And how many angles are there? See, first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So this which have 6 sides and 6 angles. So a figure or polygon which have 6 sides and 6 angles is known as hexagon. Now the figure which have 7 sides. Look here, this is first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here there are 7 sides and how many angles? You can note down this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 angles are there, right? So these 7 sides and 7 angle in geometry, it is known as septagon. So here what it indicates? 7 sides and 7 angles. So what is septagon? A figure or a polygon which have 7 sides and 7 angles. Same way, a figure which have 8 sides and 8 angles. So here it's a figure which is having 8 sides and how many? 8 angles. So polygon with 8 sides and 8 angle is known as octagon. Now in these figures, 8 sides and 8 angles. Same way, a figure with the 9 sides and 9 side and 9 angles. That is known as nanogon. What it is known as? Nanogon. And 10 sides and decagon. Decagon. 10 sides and 10 angles. Right? Now, so what is polygon? Polygon is a figure which have sides and angle. The figure which have 3 sides and 3 angle are known as triangle. Figures which have 4 sides and 4 angle are known as quadrilateral. In quadrilateral, we can include all this rectangle, square, rhombus, parallelogram and trapezium. Why? Because all these figures are having 4 sides and 4 angles. So they all are quadrilateral. Then these terms are not there at present in your textbook, but as you should know all this. So polygon with the 5 sides and 5 angle, they are known as what? Pentagon. Same way, a polygon with the 6 sides and 6 angle is known as hexagon, and a polygon with 7 sides and 7 angle is known as septagon, and polygon with 8 sides and 8 angles are known as octagon. Polygon with the 9 sides and 9 angle is known as nanogon, and a polygon with 10 sides and 10 angles is known as decagon. Now, one more thing, like in a triangle here, what I have given a name. So I can give name to all, and these names are always written in clockwise or anti-clockwise. Or anti-clockwise. So name given to these figures can be written in clockwise or anti-clockwise. I'll just give you only one example of triangle, as we are dealing only with triangles. So here I have given A, B, C. So I can write triangle A, B, C. Or if I want to write here, start from here, I can also write triangle C, B, A. So this is, if I am starting from here, this side, this is known as clockwise. And if I am starting from this side, this is known as anti-clock. Sorry, A, B, C. When I am moving this side, you can see that arrow is going anti-clockwise. So this is known as anti-clockwise. That is A, B and C. And when I move from this side, so this, it is moving with the needle, that clock is moving this way. Now children, now you know what is polygon and which figures are included in quadrilateral and which is pentagon, which is hexagon, which is octagon. Now all these figure can be named. We can give them name here as I have given them A, B, C, right? Now this name can be written in clockwise or anti-clockwise. So clockwise means if I will move this side, see this arrow, if I am moving this side, the name like this, I am moving opposite the clock. How the needle moves this way, I am moving this way. So then if I write, look here, I have written triangle A, B, C. So this name is in an anti-clockwise direction. I can write in clockwise if I want. If I'll start from here, C, B, A. So now it's exactly moving to the direction as the clock needle moves. So this is known as clockwise. So C, B, A is a clockwise direction. Same way, these names can be given to this also, if P, Q, R, S, like this. I can name it, if I am moving this side Q, P, R or this way, that is known as anti-clockwise, and if I am moving from this side to other side, then it is known as anti-clockwise. So these names, as per the requirement, we can give to all the figures because they will indicate us the sides, how many sides, if here, and the segment, the points, everything they will indicate us. By the name we'll come to know about which side of the figure we are talking about. So here also if I want, I can give A, B, C, D, E, and I can name them clockwise or anti-clockwise. Hope so now you are clear with all the polygon. Polygon means a figure which have number of sides and angles. So this triangle is a polygon which have 3 sides and 3 angles. Quadrilateral is a polygon which have 4 sides and 4 angles. And then pentagon is there with the 5 sides and 5 angles. Hexagon is with the 6 side and 6 angles. Same way septagon is with the 7 side. So 7 side and 7 angles. And then there is a octagon which is a polygon with 8 sides and 8 angles, and nonagon with 9 sides and 9 angles, and decagon with 10 sides and 10 angles. Now let's move to your chapter and we learn now properties of triangles. Now children, let's move to a polygon, that is a figure with 3 sides, that is known as triangle. Now we will learn about a triangle. As you know what is triangle? A triangle is a figure with 3 sides and 3 angles. Now what are the elements present in triangle? The elements of triangle. Now as you can see over here, this is a given triangle. In this figure, this triangle is named as A, this point is A, B, C. Okay, so this triangle I can name as triangle A, B, C. As I explained you can go alphabetical order, anti-clockwise or clockwise. If clockwise I am going this way, then I can say triangle A, C, B. Right? Now this is a triangle. This is a polygon, a figure with 3 sides. How many sides are there? 3 sides are there. And how many vertex? Vertex are known as the points, that is vertex A, B and C. Now it also has 3 angles. Which are the angles? Angles are angle A, angle B and angle C. Now these sides I can write like this. Now here you can see segment AB. Why I am calling it segment? Because it has 2 endpoints. So I can name the first side as segment AB. So this is the first side, right? Now the second side is segment BC. And what is the third side? Third side is segment AC. So these are the 3 sides of triangle: segment AB, segment BC and segment AC. So as this figure have 3 sides and these are the angles. 3 angles as I have written, the angle A, angle B and angle C. Now these angles in a triangle, you can see that sides can be written as segment AB, segment BC and segment C. And angles, how the angles can be written? It can be written in 1 letter form or 3 letter form. Now I'll let you know 1 letter form. Now 1 letter form means just the vertex where the angle is present here. So I'll write angle A. So this is first. Now if I talk about this, so this is angle B. And this, the third one is angle C. So when I am talking about this A, this angle, I will write angle A. This I am talking about this angle, then angle B, and this as angle C. Now the same thing, same angle when I talk about A, B and C, I can write these angles in 3 letter form. Now this is 3 letter form how you can write. Now in this, what you have to remember, the angle which we are talking, it should come in the center. So if I am talking about A angle, if I will go this way, I can write here CAB, angle CAB, right? Angle CAB. So the letter which is in the center, that is the angle I am talking about, right? Now this same can be written in this. I have taken anti-clockwise. In clockwise I can write like this, angle BAC. So look here, I am moving this side, so it is clockwise, right? The same angle in 1 letter can be I can write only angle A in 3-letter form. As I have explained you, we can write in anti-clockwise or clockwise. Now when we move to the B angle, in single 1-letter form I can write this. Now 3-letter form again. If I go this way I am talking about. So if I go clockwise, then I can write C angle CBA, or angle, if I talk this way, anti-clockwise, that is ABC. So both the way I can write, both are correct. Now it is, I am talking about B, so B should be in the center. Then only it makes the sense. Yes, I am talking about that. So letter which is in the center, that angle is considered. Now when we'll move to C angle, what we'll see that to write this angle C in a single letter form or 1 letter, it can be written like this. And the same thing I want to write in 3-letter form. So I'll move anti-clockwise or clockwise. So I'll move, so I can write angle ACB, and then angle ACB, this is clockwise, and when I'll go at anti-clockwise, it will become angle BCA. Again, what you observe here, you observe that the C letter is in between. So we come to know that we are talking about angle C. So this is clear that a polygon with 3 sides and 3 angles is a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides, 3 angles. That angles in 1-letter form can be written this way, angle A, angle B, angle C. And in 3-letter forms, there are 2 ways, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Both are correct. Only thing you have to remember that whatever angle we are talking about, that letter or whatever angle we are considering, it should come in the middle of it. Right? Now these are the sides I have told you, the angles are clear. Now what other thing you have to remember is that when you observe a triangle, suppose this is PQR, there is another triangle. Now again I got 3 angles, angle P, angle Q and angle R. Now it has 3 sides and 3 angles, right? So it is a triangle. Now what is this angle? This angle is opposite to angle Q, is opposite to side, which side? PR. To make it more clear, I can write in triangle PQR. As I have explained you here, how many sides are there? 3 sides. Which are the 3 sides? Segment PQ, segment QR, segment PR. Right? And the angles, angle P, angle Q and angle R. Now here I am talking about the angles and the opposite sides. So here angle Q, the opposite side is PR. Right? Same way angle R, its opposite side is PQ. So angle R is opposite to which side? Opposite to side, as I have marked over here, it is PQ. Right? Now we are finished with Q, with R and angle P. Now angle P is opposite to side QR. So this angle is opposite to QR. So this is the side opposite to side. Or vice versa. We can say side QR is opposite to P angle. Side PR is opposite to angle Q. Side PQ is opposite to angle R. Same way with the triangle which I have given first, here also I can say that angle A. What is angle A? Angle A is opposite to what? Angle A is opposite to BC, segment BC or side BC. you can say this is a side, so side BC, right? Now again angle B. Angle B is opposite to what? Angle B is opposite to side AC. Opposite to side AC. And angle C, the third angle. Angle C is opposite to what? Opposite to AB. Opposite to side AB. Or again vice versa. What I can say? Side BC. Side BC is opposite to angle A. Side AC is opposite to angle B. Side AB is opposite to angle C. Right? So what is triangle? Triangle is a figure with three sides and three angles. The side which lies opposite to C is known as here AB. AB is a side opposite to C and B is the angle opposite to AC. If I talk about this, angle A is opposite to BC. So there are three angles, three sides, and you can name it the side by segment AB or side AB, segment BC or side BC, segment AC or side AC. And the angles can be written in one letter form or it can be written in three letter form. And in three letter form you can observe that there are two ways. Either you can go clockwise or you can go anti-clockwise. Now it's clear with this. Now let's move to the angle bisector and the perpendicular bisector which we draw to a triangle of the side and what it is known as.